and have no ads.
Yep.
All right, so go
All right.
ahead. And,
We are now live. Welcome to the Twitch. Today we are going to be watching Halloween Havoc 1998. This
I
is going to be
partially, I partially apologize in advance. Partially.
yeah, it's all good.
Um,
Yeah, this is going to be a learning experience for me. Because I'm gonna be real. Like I don't really watch classic shows like that, classic pay per views for that, which is why we're doing the retro watch alongs, so I can get a little more knowledge on it.
yeah, and knowledge is always power in all forms, especially in wrestling. And this was a will never be convinced there was never a better time to be a fan. We were overly spoiled with a really strong, almost like you know bloodthirsty desire to for wrestling. So shit, so you got the ECF and W shirt on. So maybe
Yeah,
next week we could do an ECW pay per view.
maybe
Yeah, perhaps so.
either
So
that, but well, actually, maybe in the other weeks because I already decided what we're gonna watch next week.
what are we doing next week?
We said we gotta watch some BS because next week we gotta
Oh
be watching
no,
SummerSlam 1995.
bruh, come on, King Mabel main event Mabel,
Yeah, but it's all right.
man.
The but also the But also the week after next Thursday, no retro watch alongs this week because we're gonna be watching Dynasty and WrestleMania
Oh no, of course. But
for
for
sure,
yeah,
for sure.
but when we get back together for this, we'll unfortunately have to watch main event Mabel and Diesel. All
Yeah,
right, so whenever you're ready, man, we'll go ahead and get this thing fired up.
yeah. Let's get this started.
All right, and again, I apologize in advance for a couple matches on this show.
It's all right.
And one thing this show's infamous for is the pay-per-view feed cutting off for the at the start of the main event. But on my version, this is the live version, not the network, or I say the network, the Netflix edition. The You're gonna see everything as it was. All right, so 3, 2, 1, and let's roll.
Of course, the first thing we see is Hollywood Hogan. Yeah, it's all right though. It's all good. It's all
Then
good.
you see the Warrior. The rematch 8 years in the making, solely because Hogan wanted his win back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hmm.
And a great main event to have one of the worst WCW matches and one of the best ones on the same show. One thing I always got to say that Halloween Havoc set is so nasty. It is so good.
Yes, it is.
Like I wish I know NXT has smaller sets and all, but if they could like get that inflatable pumpkin and shit.
Yeah. I wish I would. I wish they could do that
Oh, they
with
can. They just
their
choose
sets
not
now.
to.
Yeah.
There's no reason they can't. Just it's a matter of choice.
Okay. Um. What the? Oh, he just put on a mask. Snuff mask. Okay. Hmm.
Well, I mean, the Nitro girls are dancing. Honestly, that was one of the reasons why this show may have run over time. The Nitro girls were all over this shit. As much as I love me some
Yeah.
Kimberly Page, she was my first wrestling crush. And one of those ladies out there is now Mrs. Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the fans weren't complaining live about seeing the Nitro Girls, but it was a lot of them, quite frankly.
True.
But listen, I'm 11 years old. You think I'm gonna get? You think I'm gonna give a crap? Pretty ladies. Hey,
Yeah.
Mean Gene Okerlund, my man. The dog pound. Now,
Steiner.
if you were to watch WWE's feed of this is dubbed. It's not a copyrighted song. WWE does not own the rights to the music. The man who created the music does, and he won't sell to them. Buff Daddy Bagwell.
Buff Batwell. I mean, I could hear this. I could hear the. I could hear the stream a little bit.
Huh?
I could hear the. I could hear the stream a little bit, but it's
Okay.
probably from your end.
Actually, I have it
Um.
turned. I have it turned down a little bit because the original audio feed is really loud. That's why. Let's go ahead and. I'm getting some dominoes.
see.
Nobody was better at ripping off actual songs and remixing them into themes like WCW. This is Ravens, and his is a remix of "Come as You Are" by Nirvana. His theme song in ECW was "Come Out and Play" by The Offspring. I love some of their rip-off music, like Steiner's you just heard was a rip-off of "Welcome to the Jungle." The song's called "Welcome to the Dog Pound."
Welcome to the round.
Yeah, the Paragon of Virtue, Chris Jericho. Hey, congrats! Jericho came back to AEW.
Yeah, I saw that today. Television Championship. Nice, nice.
Do what?
Oh no, I was just watching, or I was just reading the title he has.
Yeah, the good old WCW TV title. That was the workhorse belt for WCW.
Hmm. I believe it.
I used to want that Monday Night Jericho shirt.
Mhm.
This is where he actually created Jerichoholics. Was in WCW.
Jericho Holics. Yeah.
What about me? What about Raven? He did not want to be in WCW at all. It was not a good. The only really good work he did that he said he absolutely enjoyed was with his feud with DDP in the first half of
Hmm.
the year, which was the shit. Oh, also the battle for the flock with Saturn was really damn good.
I see. Didn't he? Didn't Raven also get attacked in
Do what?
WCW? Didn't Raven also get attacked in WCW by a fan?
Yeah, he did. Um,
Yeah.
to famously quote Raven, "What a mark."
One A mark.
Oh, he also his U.S. title match where he put over Goldberg is one of the best 5 minute matches you'll ever see. Dude, that crowd was begging and aching for Goldberg to get the belt. I mean, it was a 1 day reign for Raven, but he made sure he made Goldberg look like $1 million. Rock and roll. Hey, I gotta make a phone call. I'm trying to order some Dominoes and the website's acting up. So give me. All right, I'll be back, bro.
Take your time. Take your time. Okay. Well, I'll be damned. Oh shit. Oh, he's fighting. He's fighting. Bit Jericho. Oh no. Oh, power bomb. Oh, there, belly belly. Lion Tamer. Lion Tamer better than the Lost Jericho, by the way. Oh no. Oh. Oh, and he's got low bloated. Yep. Dang. Oh, Chris Canyon. Oh wow. Get his ass. Jericho wins.
Just in time for the finish. That's actually a pretty good opening match. And the even flow. Oh man, R.I.P. Canyon.
True.
Man was known as the innovator of offense. What did you think of that first match? And you damn sure ain't about to hear this on Netflix.
Yeah. You know, while you was gone, I actually saw that Apparently, WCW has this whole event on their channel.
They have this whole show on their channel.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's all dubbed and cut up and shit.
yeah.
Yeah, you won't hear this. Love this man so much. Kiss on the head every time.
Seeing Bischoff with a beard is so weird, and black hair.
Yeah, I know you're used to the Silver Fox Bischoff.
Yes, yes,
He
I
impeached Bischoff and Elizabeth.
am.
Elizabeth wasn't even on TV at this time. Yeah, previously he had beaten and abused his legit real life nephew Horace on Nitro.
Who, Bischoff or Hogan?
No, Hogan.
Hogan.
Horace Balea was his cousin or his nephew. I super apologize in advance for his match on this show.
I heard it took up time, and that's why the feet got cut.
No, no, no. I'm sure that match went long, but that wasn't the only reason that the feed got cut. This show was not formatted well. There were matches that were basically TV matches that could have been left off of this card. A couple of Nitro Girl segments could have been left off this card.
Okay.
Then
True,
again, I
true.
think DDP and Goldberg was only about 14 minutes, and that's the longest match he had during the streak. Nobody really knew how long he could go. For life.
Man,
So imagine being a kid and having to hear that music at about 4 times every Monday on Nitro at its absolute peak. Especially if you didn't find the NWO cool like I didn't. I mean, I was a little stinger growing up, and then I became a DDP fan. Just too sweet. Now, granted, Hall and Nash were cool as shit. Conan was cool as shit to me. As I grew older, like with hindsight, time for some disco fever.
Disco.
And this show proved that Disco knew how, like, he could work, he could go in the ring, better, more than what people give want to give him credit for. Yeah, dude's a
He's
goof.
what he's what Fandango would have been, could have been.
Yeah, actually, um, Johnny Curtis was a way better wrestler than Glenn Gilberti. I'll tell you that, way better. But you got to really see the best of his work in TNA as a JDC, and also the with Tyler Breeze's Breezango. But like you gotta give Disco credit. He was never going to be a main eventer. He knew that he was a gimmick.
Yeah.
But no, this dude nowadays is a bit of a nutcase. But shout out to Juventud Guerrera, one of my favorite cruiserweights ever.
Juventud Guerrera.
This was post getting unmasked at a Super Brawl that year by Jericho. It was a title versus mask match.
I see.
That was another WCW fumble by not marketing and selling the lucha masks of everybody, not just Ray, but Hoovy, La Parca, Psychosis. That was like their trio, or their Mount Rushmore of masked of luchadors. Was those four? Could have made bank selling those masks, but no. Bischoff felt that they had to, be unmasked. At least those two, because they were too handsome. Yeah. Look at Ray. I get it, but and Hoovy, before he went stupid. But the winner of this match will go on to face Billy Kidman for the cruiserweight title later in the show. Oh, look, Lil Nation is in the ring for this one.
See, you know about the NWO. I'm still watching the storyline of that. After the Starrcade '97 match.
Yeah.
To be honest, if it was only that version and the evolutions we got after was better, I would have said the NWO was like a top 5 faction all the time.
You still have. I think you still have to.
I think top 10. Top 5, no.
Everybody's got their own criteria, but if you kept the group smaller and everything was a little more focused, that for as long as it ran, then you probably have it it'd be top 3. And for the majority of people, it is top 3, because when you think all-time factions, it's DX, Horseman, NWO, and it is that simple.
Yeah.
You weren't worried about match quality. If you want that, you got the Bullet Club. If you want that, you also got the Horseman. But still, in terms of changing everything, changing the entire landscape of everything we have today, it is the New World Order.
Yep.
Everyone's got their opinions on Hogan. God rest his soul. It's still weird that he's gone. Like, it feels like he shouldn't be, but nonetheless,
yeah.
He is the only man. He's the only person in the history of the business that can say they set the business on fire 2 times in 2 different decades. Nobody else can say they do that or can do that. And he is the biggest box office draw in the history of the business. Hall and Nash are the reason that wrestlers today get guaranteed contracts. They had there was a term in WCW called Sting money, and which meant nobody earned more than Sting. And at the time, he was making $750,000. And when Hall and Nash got in, and they were constantly putting the pressure on Bischoff to pay them more because they were the reason, and Hogan were the reasons that the winning streak started, if you will, the 83-week streak. They had something called a favored nations clause, which meant Party A cannot make more than, or Party B cannot make more than Party A. If Party B does make more than Party A, then Party A's pay gets raised to what Party B makes. But what they were doing
Yeah.
was ensuring that the boys in the future, the boys and the girls, would make more money by having that in their clause. It wasn't a looking out only for me, myself, and I and my guy long term. It was to ensure that everybody else got bigger money.
Hmm.
So legitimately, you could say Hall and Nash fed future generations. Huh?
Yeah.
They said it'd be 23:38 minutes, baby. I'm so whenever it gets here is whenever it gets here. Let me see. 27. So probably about 15 20 minutes. You don't have school tomorrow, so you can stay up.
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, but if yeah, but I just want to make one point clear. If NWO like stopped with like disbanded after '98, it would have been a locked top 3 faction all time. But but with how bad each and every evolution got after '98, I just say top 10, and that's
no.
just
If
me.
so, here's what some people may not know, which I mean the majority do, but if you don't, really the NWO was supposed to end after the finger poke of doom. The point of that was they wanted to put maximum heat on the groups because they merged them together. The point of that was for Goldberg to kill everybody in that group and beat Hogan to get the title back. But every key
Yeah,
player got injured. Hogan
that is
got
true.
injured. Um,
Steiner got injured.
Steiner got injured. Savage got or no Savage was
Already
Savage was
gone.
injured, but he wasn't in it. But I thought he still was. No, but Luger did. They didn't have all the pieces in place because of injuries, and people like to
Yeah,
just gloss over that.
yeah, but and that was also the same episode where the the commentator spoiled the fact that Mick Foley won the WWE title.
Well, of course.
Yeah, and after
Um,
I feel like it was I feel like it was a dumb move on their end because people were already done entirely with the NWO at that point.
yes, but okay. Oh, he went for tried to go for the chart
Oh, oh,
buster. Yeah, this is a good match. And again,
yep.
got to give Disco his credit.
WCW
But
cruiserweights were on their
oh
were
yeah,
there.
see, Goldberg famously said people came for the stars, but they stayed for the cruiserweights because in
Hmm.
between having the big names and everything like that, you've got to have talent that can keep the people in their seats.
Hmm.
And the cruiserweights were always the best match on every week on TV. But
Yeah,
WCW's plan because they were going to put the title back on Goldberg in '99, but everybody got injured, and that's the one thing you cannot predict is injuries.
true,
Hogan had to
true.
be written off at Spring Stampede in the main event, and then he was gone for 4 months. Um, it was just unfortunate the timing with the injuries.
He's doing the
Left,
Macarena on him.
yeah, and Macarena. Look at that! Look at the old
The
school
swing,
swing. Well
Cesaro
before
swing.
Cesaro, but yeah, well before Cesaro swing.
Yep. WCW cruiserweights were in their bag at the in that year.
Every year,
Yeah.
yeah, all the time, all the way up to the end. I mean, I know they really cooled it off in '99, but But you had unsung heroes like Blitzkrieg, and he was a dude who literally was here today, gone tomorrow. And he was amazing. Like if you ever want to look up somebody who was there for a good time, not a long time, Blitzkrieg, especially at Spring Stampede. But you also had Ultimo Dragon in there, and guys like
Rey
Hector Garza,
Mysterio.
Rey
You
Mysterio
had Chris
Jr.
Jericho.
Yeah, Jericho and Dean Malenko. The one of the better feuds during the Monday Night War was Jericho Dean Malenko in the first half
Oh,
of the year. Oh,
damn, that was
he
brutal.
disrespected Disco's Infernos. Shout out to Christian
Yeah.
Miracle, the WWE Sins guy. But of course, we neglect to mention Eddie and Chavo. God, look how consistent and smooth Charles Robinson's count is.
For real.
Unlike Nick Patrick, the slowest, the man of the slowest count ever. Ooh, that was close. That was close. But see, these are the kind of match. See, this is if you didn't open with a Jericho Raven, you could have opened with this.
Oh, for real. This is a phenomenal match.
Yep, and look at that. The sit out tombstone. And that's the one that paralyzed Austin. And he didn't win with his finisher. I mean, but that right there is a believable finisher. Even though it's because his finisher was the stunner. He called it the chart buster. Like because the regular stunner is without the setup, the kick to the gut, which Austin, but Disco did the stunner as a finisher. Chris Candido did it, but he would do one from the top rope called the no, Mikey Whipwreck did that. It's called the Whippersnapper in ECW.
Snapper. I feel it.
Yeah. Now I don't know. I got it confused with Chris Candido. His was nasty. His was a sunset flip power bomb off the top rope called the Blonde Bombshell. It's a nasty finisher. And Disco's theme song is so cheesy, it's great. It's honestly watching this is making me think about something big I'm going to do on my main channel. Are you familiar with the channel Wrestling Bios?
I believe I've heard of him. Yeah.
Have you heard of his series Reliving the War that he just finished after 5.5 years?
No, I do not.
I'm going to be
sure to watch.
I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be start soon doing a weekly reaction, watching every episode of Reliving the War from start to finish.
Okay.
And then introduce some of my subs to Wrestling Bios if they're not already a jam up guy. And then going through and watching all the what becomes all the running gags in the series, like Alex Wright's Big Bratwurst, and giving you some Saturday Night Fever, or the running gag of Davey Boy Smith, British Bulldog, giving everyone excessive chin locks in his matches. Yeah, how you doing, ladies? Yeah, I believe in the top left was a Whisper, Mrs. HBK.
Mrs. HBK, okay. Got some nice, that's nice chocolate in the room. Actual chocolate.
Oh, speaking of French toast Butterfinger.
French toast Butterfinger. Oh, yeah.
Still haven't tried it yet. My daughter absolutely loved it. Oh yeah, Big Papa Pump. The Gorilla Thriller.
The Fat Shit Thriller.
Oh no, that's Mike Awesome.
Oh yeah, right.
Hold on a second, I got a phone call. Hello. Yes. Oh, awesome. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Scott.
Thanks, bud. Appreciate you.
Oh, giant.
Dinner I got here, man.
Nice. Domino's pizza.
Oh, this was the giant when he would come to the ring smoking. Oh, look, it's JoJo Dillon. Metal Sonic. All right, my daughter's watching Sonic. Was it Sonic Prime? Sonic Boom. Oh God,
Sonic.
that game was terrible. Broken. The running story here in February, Scott turned on Rick at Super Brawl, and then he became Big Papa Pump. But for months and months, he was ducking his brother, making up all kinds of bullshit excuses.
Mm-hmm. AK Rep. You know,
Yeah.
A promo that I just remembered from Scott Steiner.
Steiner Matt?
Ain't nothing finer than doing a 69er with
Scott Steiner. That lives rent free in my head.
Mm-hmm.
This man was beyond unhinged on the mic in 2000.
Yeah, true.
There was another one. He was facing Canyon in a match, and this is when Canyon was impersonating DDP when he was off TV, and he says, "Hold on, I get my Steiner voice ready." Canyon, you come out here with Paige's wife, and you act like it's a big deal. Why don't you tell me who hasn't been with that bitch?
Damn.
Same dude brought a white Bengal tiger down to the ring with nobody at the announce table knowing he was going to do it. You see, like, look at all the time these Nitro Girl segments are taking. And yeah, Disco came right back out, had a second match. Got to give it to him. He had his working
second match.
Yeah, because the winner of the first match was going to face Billy Kidman for the Cruiserweight title. And look, like my man had his working boots on that night. But this is whenever Billy stopped being a junkie in the flock and got his shit straight. Also, good theme song. And this dude once had Tori Wilson. Ain't nobody like Billy Kidman because of that shit. hell of a performer. I just never liked when they put him in a program with Hogan in 2000. Like he was punching way above his weight. It wasn't his fault. They shouldn't have done that with him.
For real.
Like I've heard people say, "Hey, if Hogan really had creative control, he should have nixed it for Billy's sake." Like, don't put him in that situation.
Mhm.
I think at that just point, Hogan didn't care. Hey, I follow him on Facebook. Actually, I'm friends with him on Facebook. The referee.
The referee.
Yeah, Billy Silverman. He's a long-time WCW referee.
Okay.
You know, I know people complain a lot about WWE having all kinds of logos and stuff in the ring. I think it's not the issue of them having the logos in the ring. It's what they have in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I'm very much on the side of Vince, where he always said that the mat is sacred. It should not be covered in sponsorships and shit. You know, that
True.
is old school. But I never had an issue with WCW putting logos in the ring. The Nitro logo, especially when they went with the one that looked like bird shit, didn't like that at all. But like for your pay-per-views,
yeah,
there's a charm to it. Plus, I love the way that damn ring sounds. Like one of the distinct sounds of my childhood is the WCW ring mat.
True.
Shout out to Lewis now that I think about it with the Domino's. That man should be a spokesperson for Domino's.
Is that your number one go-to pizza place?
It's the closest. Well,
my go-to will always be Papa John's. I just love their stuffed crust pizza.
Their stuffed crust is good, but also Papa John's costs too much.
Yeah.
We do have this one place out here that I've been really wanting to try for years. It's just up the road too. It's a take and bake pizza place.
Take and bake?
Yeah.
Like Papa Murphy's?
Oh, so you know about Papa Murphy's. Okay.
Yeah, Papa Murphy's. We got a lot of them up here.
Word?
Washington. Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, I had never heard of Papa Murphy's until I moved out here to Joplin, Webb City area. So, like, their stuff looks really good. It's a little pricey. But, like, for going out to eat, our go-to is CC's.
Yeah.
Speaking of going out to eat, do you know one of the weirdest things that I saw was the first time I ever saw a dine-in Sonic. That shit threw me off. I love Sonic, but I've never seen one that you could actually sit down and dine in at until we went to Roswell, New Mexico for a family reunion. This was 2008. Yeah, 2008. And on the way in, and this was in New Mexico, we saw a dine-in, like a sit-down Sonic and a sit-down Domino's. That was weird.
Strange.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have been mad at it.
Yeah.
Shoot. But there's just something very classic about having people come out to your car. Turn the music down. But no, like there aren't too many places like I'll shit on for pizza. I mean, we got some good ones around here. But yeah, just up the road, actually, they're all like really close to each other. Is Papa John's, Little Caesars, Pizza Hut, and Domino's are all like really close to each other. But I was just looking for a good deal. Now mine, I got my daughter a large all cheese pizza, like 5 cheese, because she's like my youngest sister, who turns 24 tomorrow. Which, damn, 24. See all this? But they don't eat anything on their pizzas, but they're just cheese.
Just cheese.
Yeah, but I sneak stuff in there because when you have a young child, getting them to try different things can be a challenge. Like, dude, my daughter doesn't eat mac and cheese. Loves cheese, won't eat mac and cheese. I love you too. Um, but I got her hooked. I got her to like feta cheese because I put it on her pizzas.
Feta cheese.
Feta cheese is heat. I always like my pizza has feta cheese. I got a extra pepperoni, mushrooms, and onions with feta cheese. Any topping $9.99 until um, Monday. I remember Domino's ran that deal last year or last summer. I know they got sick of seeing me.
Thanks.
Yeah, this show is quite polarizing because of the two notorious things that happened on this show. But there are a few really good matches on here, and of course the main event. If you've never seen DDP Goldberg, I think I think you'll really love it. Billy Kidman was so good in his prime, man. Also, he was an unsung hero of that SmackDown 6 era of SmackDown too.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Oh,
and and one of the best shooting star presses of all time. And WCW, they called it the 7-year itch. Let's do Disco, man.
This footage is absolutely spectacular. Here's an idiot box. Oh, yes, brilliant. Not again.
Oh, I just thought of another. I just thought of another Scott Steiner that promo that lives rent free in my head.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Remember that promo he cut on Samoa Joe while lifting weights? I beat him before I beat him again. He's still a fat
bastard.
The only way to be afraid of him if I was smothering his Twinkie or if I was dressed as a hamburger.
No, in TNA, in the main event Mafia, this man was a menace towards Samoa. Even though, I mean, in a shoot, I would have loved to have seen those two go.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he was him and Booker were the comic relief of main event Mafia.
Yeah.
He goes, now take your clothes off. I'm working off. Crazy thing is, like Scott, like especially as he got older, mellowed out a lot. It was like, dude, there are old shoot interviews where he said some foul shit about a lot of people back in the day, especially Triple H.
Yep.
Because he always, and I'm guessing everything's cool now, but he harbored a lot of resentment because he felt, and a lot of people did, that Triple H and WWE killed his WWE run, his second run, on purpose because he was a WCW guy. I mean, listen, you bring a dude in hot at Survivor Series at the Garden, I might add. But notice, sit out powerbomb. But notice the pattern. He debuts at Survivor Series in November. He doesn't have an actual match until January.
Until January.
No warm-up matches or anything, or like squash whatevers, anything. No, he had one match. It bombed. Not completely his fault, but he gets the blame. And then, dude is not even on WrestleMania. Debuts in November. Can't even make WrestleMania. And you don't powerbomb Billy Kidman. Oh, but he hits that tombstone again. this is actually good storytelling by Disco. That eventually the fatigue of the match he just had is now starting to wear on him because this is a longer match.
Oh, close, close.
Nobody can ever say Disco Inferno couldn't tell a story. He just really wasn't given too many opportunities because he was a comedy gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
Terrific. That's right. Terrific. I saw through your ruse and foiled your evil plan. It wasn't a ruse.
My man hit what everyone will call the Dudley Dog. I call it the acid drop. That was actually the name of the Dudley Dog in ECW was the acid drop.
Acid drop.
Yep. From LSD, Little Spike Dudley. LSD.
LSD.
This film has successfully called over it. I think the question on everybody's mind is, what will your next project be?
Again, with
That's
the
a
Macarena.
Macarena again. And you don't power bomb Billy Kidman. Huh? Mm-hmm. There are certain rules in wrestling. You don't headbutt a Samoan and you don't power bomb Billy Kidman.
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
That was a good ass match. Mm. It is a shame that this roster was wasted the way it was. But one thing that doesn't get talked about enough is whenever you have people in a corporate setting, because I'm a big believer corporate American pro wrestling don't mix and never will. But
Never
when you
will.
have people that no matter how good your product is, don't want it, even if it's making you money, just because they don't like it, they'll do everything to undermine it. And you had people like Brad Siegel, like Jamie Kellner, who's no longer with us anymore, but he actively said he did not like professional wrestling. And there were so many people that resented the fact that WCW was a part of Turner. It was there because Ted Turner loved wrestling and because Ted always said there is no TBS, there is no Turner Networks without professional wrestling. It built what we have. And it's true. With Georgia Championship Wrestling and the NWA. And plus, Ted was a fan. Mm, 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 mm. As annoying as the song could get, especially if you were there, it's one of the greatest theme songs. Look how tiny that belt looks on show.
That's, bro.
The only belt that ever looked proper around his waist was the big gold belt. Look at that. That looks like a toy. Yeah, there he is smoking. There he is smoking.
Big Show and smoking. Big Show smoking. Something I
That's
never
why
thought I'd
Hogan
see.
that year was calling him a stink. Calling him that stinky, smelly giant. Apparently back then he smoked like a freight train.
I'm surprised he never went back. I'm surprised he wasn't given the title of the big greasy bastard in this
Big
period.
greasy bastard, not big nasty bastard.
Maybe they just
Big Papa Pump. Oops.
I didn't want to pay an extra $3 for the stuffed crust, but I gotta say, Domino's may have the best crust. Ooh.
Building takes teamwork, and a team needs a coach, and that's me.
I don't think Braun was even born yet when this happened. I want to say, or he might have been. And also, I want to give a big shout out to Buff Bagwell. Last week he appeared on TNA Impact for the first time in 20 years, roughly. But I'm sure you know that he had both of his legs amputated, but his quality of life has increased, and he generally is the happiest he's ever been in his life. Um, I've been hearing rumors that TNA was trying to tease last week with him and Frankie Kazarian the possibility of Buff having a farewell match that he never really got to have. I'm not sure how they would be able to go about that, but um, I mean, God, he was a tool in real life at this time, but one of the greatest bodies you'll ever see in wrestling. I
Facts.
can't help it as a kid, especially in like 2000 WCW, because yes, I did watch. Um, because Buff actually made for a pretty solid baby face. Like they really had him going as a babyface here because he did break his neck in April that year. Legitimately, he took a Steiner Bulldog from Rick Steiner on Thunder in a tag match, and he landed badly and he broke his neck for real. But what this time period did give us was the debut of his mother, his real mother, as an on-screen character, Miss future WCW Tag Team Champion Judy Bagwell.
I remember.
In
You back
fairness,
while on a forklift.
I really wish we didn't have that, but she actually could cut a decent promo. She she actually could because I mean she's working with her son. Now, one of my favorite things involving her when it was during his feud with Canyon was he was running around dressed up as DDP. He was as DDP. Canyon was just indiscriminately giving people diamond cutters, like random people. And one time he grabbed her by the neck, took her off camera, and he gave Buff's mom a diamond cutter off camera. It was in the parking lot. It was so great.
Oh my.
Oh, it was funny as shit. Canyon also was a real highlight during that time too. He made the most of his opportunities. Jeez.
Damn.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, drop. Stomach drop. You know, speaking of Buff breaking something,
Yeah.
didn't a British Bulldog also break his back in this pay-per-view?
No, not this one. Fall Brawl.
Off
Um,
Raw?
what happened? He was in a tag match with Anvil against Disco and Alex Wright, and there was a spot in the ring or on the mat for a trap door that was going to be used later for Warrior and War Games. Davey was not told where that spot was. Actually, nobody in that match was told where that exact spot was on the mat. And Davey took a back bump and landed on the trap door gimmick, and it jacked his back up severely. And that's where
Yeah, he
his
was hopped up
pain,
on painkillers the rest of his life.
unfortunately, due to negligence by WCW for not letting him know where not to bump at.
You know, the worst booking decisions in WCW was all avoidable. They was just
Oh,
stupid.
a lot of
Like,
yeah, a lot of it was avoidable.
yeah, like announcing your competition's big title win. That has nothing to do with booking because you just don't say it.
No, you don't. You pay no attention to it.
Yeah, just don't acknowledge it. Like, goodness gracious.
honestly, this is about the closest we really get to these two actually having a match because Rick and Scott always they agreed from the beginning of their careers they would never have a full blown match against each other. They 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 would never do it. Like they could go solo and be
Ooh,
singles, but
Muslim.
they were never going to
Right.
have a full blown match. Now the stipulation to this was if Rick won, then he did get 5 minutes along with Scott. And bing!
Oh,
And there
come
you
on.
go.
Buff Bagwell coming back to the NWO.
Congratulations! You have successfully traversed the
Of
land
course.
of the doomed. So sit back in your very own podcast of the dream.
Also, it was not Buff's fault for that match with Booker T and Tacoma bombing.
Mm-hmm.
Vince he did not bring in the biggest names because of the contracts, and those guys chose to sit at home. It really was all he could do, and they had not revealed DDP yet. So, but the problem is, like Booker T and Buff, that was not the match people wanted to see.
Right.
So, and in a way, it almost was like sabotage to a point. But it doesn't tell the other side of the story that apparently Buff's mom, Judy, was calling JR's office telling him what days he can and can't work. And yeah, that's not going to fly. Now, Marcus says that's not true. JR says it's true. Multiple people that worked there said, yeah, that was a problem.
To lead us back to our renewed springs. What were they like? They were on. Didn't see that coming. We have found our own. The toy is cold.
Now, Scotty wasn't the same athlete at this time. He definitely channeled becoming more of a gimmick. Once he added the chainmail, that was definitely a superstar Billy Graham inspiration. So, like, he borrowed from him and Jesse Ventura because, honestly, every muscle guy, to a point, borrows from superstar Billy Graham. They borrow from Jesse Ventura. And, in turn, they borrow from Hulk Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, for all the muscle guys, everything starts, in terms of inspiration, with a Billy Graham. Did you hear how much they said he weighed at? 552.
I believe it.
I mean, he was obviously clearly younger, but God, he was in way worse shape than he is now. I mean, the Big Show today might kill the Giant then.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it only got worse from when we entered the early 2000s.
Yeah, because he was supposed to face Undertaker at SummerSlam in 2000, but he was sent down to developmental for conditioning, and because he wasn't taking his body seriously.
Yeah, true.
That's why Taker was always on his ass, because he really wanted to see him succeed. But like when he was like running down Big Show on TV in '99, that was kind of a shoot. He was basically telling him, "Get your shit together, man. We see all the potential in the world in you. Get it right, so you can go make some big money." And eventually he did. Vince just did not. Bro, is this match a no DQ? All these low blows.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, it wasn't banned. This feels like 2000 WCW with relaxed rules.
Oh no, what's
no.
about to do?
No, this was impressive as fuck.
What's he about to do?
Watch.
Oh no.
Actually, the cook-off was yesterday. We've been looking for you ever since then.
Oh! Drop kick.
A missile
Against
drop
Steiner.
kick,
Scott.
but a missile drop kick from him at that weight and that size. If that doesn't prove, honestly, Big Show is one of the greatest athletes wrestling's ever seen to be able to do that. Got to remember, dude played college. He played college basketball. Look at the Steiner Bulldog on the Giant.
There we go.
Yeah, and this is for the tag team championship. So technically, Buff and Steiner are the tag champs. But because Buff walked out on him, that was the question. Now, who is he going to choose as his tag team partner? Initially, he chose Kenny Chaos from the tag team High Voltage. Kenny Chaos was a guy with potential. High Voltage was a decent little, lower to mid-card tag team. But Chaos got released soon after. So in order to get at Buff, that's when Rick made Judy Bagwell his tag team partner. He did it just to piss Buff off.
Damn.
Ordinary onions, so sauce on the side. Here. This is a something fishy sandwich. So? It's not what I ordered. And the head is still on it?
But the fact that he took on both of them at the same time was highly, highly impressive.
Yeah.
And then this meant immediately that 5 minutes with Scott starts right now. Usually the 5 minutes alone with somebody stipulation usually worked if it involved a babyface getting revenge on a heel manager. Because that's usually what that was used for. Oh, look at that cowarding out. Yeah, this crowd was ready for this shit. Because they had built it for 8 months.
8 months.
But the problem is, we still didn't get a proper payoff. Now that you actually look at Rick Steiner now, you can definitely see how he's Braun's father. You can definitely see.
Yeah, true.
It's just that when he speaks, he sounds like Scott.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, Braun Breaker, the father of Rick Steiner, but got the voice of Scott Steiner.
Easily, and I believe, Scott has 2 sons who are Division One athletes. His son Brock was a prominent wide receiver for Jacksonville State the last 2 years, and then he has another son who played a point guard at Virginia Tech. So yeah, them Steiner genes are strong, producing nothing but college athletes. Because Braun played fullback at Kennesaw State in Georgia, and actually he was an undrafted he was an undrafted rookie with the Baltimore Ravens for a little bit. How messed up it is for at least for someone my age to be playing like college football 25 or college football 26, and you see the sons of wrestlers you grew up with as playable college football players in a video game. Because it's not the fact that just Scott Steiner's son is in college football 26. So is Goldberg's. His son Gage. Remember his son when he got put in the Hurt Lock by Bobby Lashley at SummerSlam?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I believe he's now 19 or 20 years old. And he plays football. And he plays for Deion Sanders at Colorado. He's a linebacker.
Well, I'll be damned.
What we got here? Somebody in a Bill Clinton mask.
Oh no, Bill Clinton. I didn't know Bill Clinton was part of this show.
Hey, Stevie Ray.
Stevie Ray.
Oh no, is that a slapjack? Oh, good Lord. Damn! Of course, it's Buff again.
Of course.
But dude, you see that bump that Charles Robinson just took?
Yeah, that was brutal. A
Boy,
good
that
sell.
was
Will she Amy meet the challenge? Let us win.
hey, hey, yo, hold on.
Why did he get on top of him?
Who else was it? Hey, yo, why do you mount him like that? Mega pause. My dude, what's good with you?
Oh,
Oh,
my.
remember that? Oh, Collision's on. I forgot Collision's on right now. They had a Thursday night Collision.
They have it on Thursdays now?
I know it's like a special Thursday night. Hey, there's the Frankensteiner.
Oh, no. At least you didn't get on top of him.
Dog. Charles Robinson knows how to let his body be ragdolled better than most wrestlers did.
True.
All right. Rick's firing up. Bam! Big clothesline to Scotty. Buff whiffed.
Get his ass. Oh.
Hit him with a stun gun. And another Steiner Bulldog. Look at Nick Patrick.
Smooth with it.
Dog pound. So actually, technically, this was the blow off. But yeah, this crowd was ready for it, and I mean, like, why did they have to do the Buff betrayal twice?
Uh-huh.
But still, you know what? The crowd didn't care because they were all about it. And
Yeah,
Buff understood his role to be a complete goof. Oh.
Let's get on the press.
Yeah.
It's weird seeing it was weird seeing Dusty as a heel. That was a bad decision too. I mean, it's Dusty.
Yeah. Nobody was gonna want to boo Dusty Rhodes. Oh, they broke up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Which the fans didn't want either.
Why is this place packed?
Clearly, I don't know how to bring in the customers.
Well, I do. Make me your partner, and I'll fill the place. And together, we'll bring that burger to its knees. You know what to do.
Is that for real? I don't know how you did it. Like, you totally turned things around.
Come on, Nash. You can't be that dumb.
This was Last Call Scott Hall, and was voted most disgusting promotional tactic that year.
Ooh, look, it's that fellow from that burger. He seems sad. Now's your chance to rub salt in his wounds. Go and taunt your vanquished foe. Grind your heel into the carcass of your defeated enemy. Humiliate him and brush away the fragments of his shattered confidence.
I felt bad for him, so I gave him a job.
Okay, you've got a lot to learn about foe vanquishing and salt wound rubbing.
Here at Shea and Easy offers
Last Call Scott Hall.
that thing you do with your mouth where it turns up the ends. Remember, the customer always comes
Man,
first.
Scott Hall was a phenomenal talent.
Yes, he
In
was.
my opinion, he's in my top 30 favorite wrestlers of all time.
And you know, we all know, like, Damian Priest, for example, like, he models everything after after Razor. You know, I still do this to this day. I will pretend to throw a toothpick into nothing.
Yep.
And like when I worked at Walmart, coming out from the back through the double doors from the back of the stock room to coming out to the store floor, I would do the razor sideways walk all the time.
I feel
Like
it.
objectively, there are very few wrestlers cooler than Razor Ramon. Yeah, he was just cool. Dude,
Mhm.
have you ever seen his entrance in ECW?
No, I have not.
He comes out to Ready or Not by the Fugees, and it's so
Mm.
freaking cool, man. Ready or not, here I come. You can hide, and it's fire. Lone Wolf.
Lone Wolf.
The dude could pretend to be a drunk really well, but they shouldn't have done this. Bischoff said that this is one of his regrets. Wolfpack is back, causing mass destruction. Guess who's here? The bad boys of wrestling. And one of the best theme songs ever.
A very jiggy version of the NWO theme song.
Hell yeah. Well, as he once told Hogan in a promo, which we never got a proper blow off to that, because they should have done Wolfpack versus Hollywood inside of War Games, honestly. But he said, Hogan, I know you don't sit around your house and listen to Mac 10, basically calling him a poser and saying you ain't about this life. I mean, Kev was. Kevin Conan. Well, I mean, I don't think they're cool these days, but still.
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta understand, in '98, especially forming the Wolfpack, Kevin Nash was obscenely over. Like, not Austin over because nobody was. But
Damn.
dude, like he was more over than Goldberg by the time they broke the streak, and that's no bullshit. Because crowds were chanting Goldberg sucks.
I see. Fun fact. I think Scott Hall is the only member of the NWO that's in my top 30 favorites all time.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I don't have Nash. I damn sure don't have Hogan. But
Now, is it just now
to
with
me,
Hogan? Is it a personal preference, or are you just looking at ring work, or is it legacy, impact, whatever? Yeah. What baby?
yeah, I just don't like Hulk Hogan because of the man he was. But character
Okay,
work,
so yeah, so that's. I'm not talking about Terry Bollea. I'm talking about Hulk Hogan.
yeah, yeah, Hulk Hogan. I don't. I like Hulk Hogan as a character. It was very strange for me to see Scott Hall versus Kevin Nash.
Oh,
Maybe
strength to
because
the audience, bro. They don't want to see this.
yeah, it's odd for me to see mainly because like watching the whole NWO storyline, they seem very tight together, close
Well,
together.
they're best friends in real life. It's the clique.
Yeah, true.
You know, I know some folks may feel some kind of way about Kevin because of the Javon thing, which Javon moved forward from. They both did. As life does go on and the world continues to spin, he's been through it the last few years, having lost his best friend and his son. Took his own life, as no parent should ever outlive their children. But from a business standpoint, there was no money to be made in the outsiders splitting up at all.
I feel it. I see.
As you see, like the crowd is kind of mixed. Not saying they're not into it, but again,
Yeah,
the outsiders were the coolest tag team in wrestling outside of the New Age Outlaws at that time. And nobody, that would be like, having a pay-per-view program with Road Dogg and Billy Gunn. Nobody would have wanted to see that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same thing here. I mean, and then you mix in a real life struggle that this man was having into TV. Super tasteless.
Yeah. Bringing real
Speaking of
life
tasteless,
problems into. Sorry, I was just about to say. Bringing real life issues into kayfabe is just strange to me, which is why I don't like Edge and Matt Hardy storyline.
oh no, that was incredibly uncomfortable. Not
It
saying
was.
that real life doesn't always, like, you can't integrate it, because sometimes a personal issue it allows you to blur the lines. That's a storytelling tool. But as long as everybody's cool, which those two were, but it's still awkward. Would you like a double? Bam. Come get your sub.
Would you like a double?
But like when you take look, Brett and Sean, you could tell they didn't like each other at that time. Triple H and Rock in 2000, you in 99, you could tell there was something more to it. People say Punk and Drew. I think it's more of Drew. It was more personal for Drew than it was for Punk. I mean, he's like, dude, I don't really dislike anybody anymore. It's like a waste of time. But maybe for everybody, they've got to vent their steam towards him.
Yeah.
Like Charlotte and Tiffany. You could tell that was awkward as hell. That was unprofessional.
Mm-hmm.
Like Rhea and Jade, that feels a bit more like a shoot.
Yeah. I'm gonna be real. This Rhea and Jade feud is uninteresting right now. I think it's more uninteresting than Tiffany and Charlotte.
That was awkward because it was both were being unprofessional in this case. Yeah. And like when we had Aya on, which shout out to her, she just celebrated a birthday.
Oh yeah, happy birthday to her.
Yeah, absolutely. She said, does Jade Cargill come off as the kind of person that would honestly apologize for anything? And the perception, based off of what you see and how she carries herself, is probably not. And her saying that Rhea does this and goes to creative and all this shit and stuff, and basically saying she lobbies for stuff. Like, no, she's that damn good. She's always been that good. The most talented person in her little, trio is not even working the match because that's Mia Yim.
Yeah.
Like, if Mia Yim was pushed like a Jade, honestly, she should be more mad at Jade. I still don't get that anyway. That don't make a lick of sense. But salute. Like, I get her being upset with Rhea. I get her. God damn, what a jackknife. Ooh. Scott Hall's not a small dude.
Yeah, he's almost the same size as Kevin Nash.
Just about. He's like, hey, one more time.
They cheering for him?
Yeah, they want another one. Yeah. Dude, no. The Wolfpack was ungodly over for the time they ran that year.
I feel like the Wolfpack had potential, but it just fell flat.
Well, I didn't like
reincarnations.
I didn't like them merging, but like the creation of the Wolfpack was very natural. Actually, the Wolfpack was technically created the year before. It was Nash, Hall, and Six, or Pac. They called themselves that. God, he deadlifted him.
Ooh.
Jeez.
Yowza. Man. Stuck a chance.
He wasn't even worried about winning the match. He just wanted to beat some sense into his friend.
True.
He's like, I've done enough. Get your shit in order.
Yeah.
Trying to think how many more trying to think of how many matches are left on this because we got an hour and 11. I think 3.
3 more matches.
Because we still got. I want to say 3 because we've still got Sting and Brett, and then Hogan Warrior, Jesus Wept, and then the main event. But still, that's super impressive of Nash to get Hall up for that. Because like at his, I think at his prime, he was like 6'6", 290.
6'2" or 6'6", 290. Man, it sucks that Scott Hall never got to be world champ. We never got to see that.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people feel that way. Like he falls under greatest to never win the world title. Like, but also the counterpoint is, did he need to win the world title to be over?
What the hell? I didn't know they had the little pink hair girl from Lazy Town in this.
Stupid.
Stephanie. What's Stephanie doing in the lineup?
But, dude, like they could have done without all the Nitro Girl stuff.
Yeah, true.
That's not Knuckles. It's his double from another dimension.
Oh, that explains that. So you can tell them apart. Great idea. Wait, there are multiple Knuckleses in this dimension. That could cause some kind of catastrophic anomaly. I do not want an dimensional explosion in my lab. I just have the force rights. So what are you waiting for? Get it out of here.
What do we got next?
Let's see what we got.
Oh, this Sting and Brett. This was a dream match because it was one of those who's got the better submission, you know, Scorpion or the sharpshooter.
Mm-hmm. World's greatest liar.
Not Bret Hart, world's greatest liar. It should have been Sting, world's dumbest babyface. Nobody had DBS worse than Sting. Dumb babyface syndrome.
Well, to be fair, they did the build up to Starrcade '97. They were cheering for Sting.
Well, everybody was.
But, yeah.
You know, he wasn't too tan.
Yeah. WCW's fault, by the way. I mean,
well,
they
also,
at least done.
Also, Sting was not ready. Now he said, you know, he's always said, no, I was ready to go, but apparently Hogan and Bischoff got a look at him and they thought that he was still kind of, you know, fucked up because he wasn't in the best place at that time in his life, and he hadn't had a match in 18 months.
Yeah, that's their fault. He got to get in ring shape. That's
no. You don't. Again, this is where the context comes in. Sting did not need to wrestle to be over. He was the hottest thing on planet Earth in 1997, and he didn't have to speak, and he didn't have to wrestle at all. If you have him wrestle, it takes it away. You're building to that.
Well, I mean, they could have done like a little bit of private sessions, like in between the shows.
No. Like, you know, like in terms of like keeping fine-tuned, I'm sure he was, but not even having house show matches. Because you also treated Sting like a special attraction with the story they were telling. So if you overexpose them, none of it's special. That person cannot spell. They spelled Scorpion wrong.
What the hell is this?
Oh, you've never seen this look?
I've actually seen this look, but still weird.
Yeah, I know. And also just Sting with a goatee in general.
Yeah.
it didn't work at that time in his life, but it didn't matter what he did. I mean, it's Sting. You know, it was over.
Mm-hmm.
Even when they tried turning him heel the next year at Fall Brawl, that shit lasted about 3 weeks, and they realized, oh yeah, this ain't gonna work.
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah, Sting
Bro,
could have
looks
killed.
like-
He could have killed a puppy. Would have got cheered. Kind of like current Randy Orton.
Bro, he looks like a great value Carnage.
Great value Carnage is crazy.
When's Carnage gonna get his own movie?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Never thought about it. But that kind of writes itself, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nice. Why'd you bring it back here instead of taking it straight to the library?
Because you were part of the team that helped me track it down. I wanted you to share in the glory of this victory. And I didn't think you would.
Victorious and victorious. Now get going. The library closes in 7 minutes.
Plenty of time. Not a problem. I hope yours too. Oh, wait. Minutes. I'm going to the library in 10 seconds. And I'll have 6 minutes of 50 seconds. Chilling time.
Most prestigious. Yeah. Too bad it lost a lot of prestige in 2000.
The ship was already sinking by this time. It was just a small leak that nobody really knew about. Fans weren't worried about that, but you know, from a business standpoint, the worst thing that happened was the AOL Time Warner merger. That was the worst thing that happened because now you brought in people who hate professional wrestling for no real reason. It didn't do anything wrong to these folks.
Yeah.
All this stalling and posturing.
But yeah, it does suck that this lost a lot of prestige.
Yeah, as it should not have, because that is the greatest world heavyweight championship title belt ever. Like, I see that thing, I think Ric Flair.
Mm-hmm.
I
Greatest
think
big. Yep. I see Hollywood Hogan.
Yes, you do, and with
Yeah.
spray painting the belt. You know, speaking of,
there's actually a version like this on a Amazon Marketplace that does have the NWO spray painted on them.
hell yeah, it does. That's
I'm gonna have to get
nice.
it one day.
That title belt I would love to wear, and you have to strum an air guitar on it too.
Mm-hmm.
One little touch from the game, WCW NWO Revenge, arguably the greatest wrestling game ever made, arguably, was any time in the game an NWO member held a championship of any kind, it automatically got spray painted. That was a neat little touch. So let's say Scott Hall was the United States champion, and he wins the U.S. title in that game. The U.S. title automatically gets the NWO spray paint put on it.
Interesting.
That was on Nintendo 64.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like little details. Man, I'm proud to say as a fan that I got to see Sting twice in person. That was super cool. All right, flex on me a little bit with you wearing the big gold.
All right.
You know, I think Sting only held the big gold belt one time, and that was when he beat Hogan. No, it was twice. Now I'm standing next to a mountain. Cut it down with the edge of my hand.
Yep.
Yeah, Sting had. I think he held the big gold 3 times. Great American Bash 90, um, and then
Starcade.
Starcade, and then Super Brawl '98 when they finally blew off the him versus NWO thing properly, and he beat Hogan for the vacated title. What I liked from that night and that match was afterwards they washed off the NWO spray paint and spray painted WCW on the title. Now, if that was the payoff at Starcade, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Yes, it would.
And if Nick Patrick does the correct count instead of a regular count, if he fast counts Sting, he's justified. He got fucked.
Yeah.
And then Brett can come out and do the thing, and it makes sense.
Yeah, Hogan made Brett look like an asshole that day.
Well, from what I gather, because Hogan's talking to Nick Patrick during his entrance, and maybe, and we'll never know, but maybe he told him, "Hey, we need to call an audible on this finish because Sting doesn't look good. He doesn't look ready."
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I've always thought, because he was supposed to do a fast count, but he does his regular count. Hogan was justified. He beat Sting clean. And then Brett comes out and looks like a dick for beating up a referee for doing his job right.
You gotta be kidding me. Plenty of time.
Uh-oh. Hey, I just read that the Hurt Syndicate is back. Thank God. And they're going to be adding new members.
Well, I wonder who that could be.
Should add me because we hurt people. We hurt
people.
We hurt. I've been missing that energy on AEW TV.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately, there's only a handful of folks I tune into Dynamite for. They're three of them, but I mainly watch for Toni Storm, and we don't know what's going on with her, but she's out for the year. Respectfully, I'm not trying to see a women's division. I love Tekla, but I'm not trying to see that much of Marina Shafir.
Yeah, for real.
She's better than Ronda. I mean, that's a low bar, but she is damn near protected like Judgment Day Rhea Ripley.
Mm-hmm.
Which annoyed me because small package.
Oh.
I've never liked the unwritten rule that women can hit men all the time, but can't hit women. They can't hit them back. I've never liked that.
Yeah.
It's double
Same
standard.
here.
It's double standard booking.
Yeah.
But also another thing, if you take someone like Rhea and she let's say she scoop slams a Luke Gallows like she did, he's nearly 300 pounds. If she does that, it's not believable for any woman to beat her. Once you cross into the threshold of slamming and beating up dudes over 100 pounds heavier than you, you kind of can't go back to just wrestling the girls.
Yeah.
Because it's no longer believable. They don't even do that with Nia or Lash. I mean, Lash is newer, so we haven't crossed that threshold. But I mean, she looks like she could whoop a lot of the dudes on that roster. Let's see what else we've been missing on Collision.
The closest thing Nia Jax did to beating a dude was when she pushed Dean Ambrose out the ring.
Yeah, they've never really done a whole lot of female to male physicality with her, except for whenever she ate all those. Brett's knees fucked. whenever she ate all those finishers in and she entered the men's rumble by taking True Spot.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, Randy Orton looked way too happy to be able to RKO her that night.
Yeah.
Whoa! What's Brett got? He's got brass knucks. And somehow the ref don't see it the whole time. Oh.
And if Rhea Ripley was doing the same thing she's doing today, back then in the Attitude Era or early 2000s, she's gonna get the smoke back, especially given the Samoan wrestlers we had back in the day, like Rock hitting Stephanie and China with a rock bottom.
Oh yeah,
Rikishi backing that ass up on women's faces.
Yeah,
and 3-minute warning.
Did I just say 3 minutes? No, they beat the brakes off Stephanie. On I think it was SmackDown. It was the Billy and Chuck wedding, where Bischoff was the preacher.
Yep.
So he actually wore that prosthetic all day backstage, and nobody knew it was him.
Yeah, crazy.
But that made the payoff so good.
Yeah.
And then he said,
"Warning had no chill back in the day. They beat Mae Young, a 70-year-old Mae Young.
Bro, Samoan drop on Mae Young. It's crazy.
Also, Samoan drop on Lillian Garcia.
Oh, and Lillian was no worker at any point.
Yeah.
No chill. I mean, Stephanie could take a whooping. She's tough lady. But Lillian Garcia, though,
yeah,
like Lillian in the context of the time, Lillian Garcia was kind of like our Miss Elizabeth for the 2000s. Like every woman's fair game, but her.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, and never forget that time that she called Triple H a former world heavyweight champion during his entrance, and he chased her off.
She chased her in the crowd.
Oh, she ran through. And the way he looks up, and JR's like, former. Come to find out, she had a family emergency, and that was their way of getting her out of the show, so she could go, tend to that. Sure got a unique way. Sure got a unique way of doing things,
Oh, and another moment of 3-minute warning. When they both brutally beat two lesbians.
Oh yeah, the lesbians. And that's literally what they were called, the lesbians. It's crazy.
They weren't even wrestlers at the time, right?
No.
They
were brought in for HLA. Fucking HLA.
By the way, I remember talking about 3-minute warning last week. If they're able to fuse with the Usos, you get Jacob Fatu.
Oof! Oh no!
Let me break it down like this: if the four of them, 3-minute warning, and the Usos were able to fuse like this way, you get Roman Reigns. But given the divine earrings, you get Jacob Fatu. Yeah.
Forgive me, I'm taking Fatu.
Yeah, Fatu in my eyes is more powerful than Roman Reigns.
Oh, way more. Oh, yeah. But also I ain't messing with the dude who's got a legit who's been in prison. Legit.
He was in prison when he was 16.
Yeah, I'm not messing with that dude. Because think about, especially now, because if you really think about it, you never mess with the man who's done wrong in the world and has done everything to do right since. He don't want to go back to being that guy.
Yeah,
don't do anything to make him be that guy again.
Zilla Fatu was also went to prison.
Now he's a wrestler. I didn't know that he had done time. Bro, look at the
Yeah.
superplex off the top. Oh, on the
Ooh.
ref too. Oh.
He laid it on his legs.
Oh.
Somebody better check if he can still walk.
Dog, referee is dead.
Yeah.
My
goodness, it's
lord. Like the match has been good, but I feel like it's underwhelming given who is in it. Like you're expecting an all-time classic, but this isn't like peak Sting, and it's not peak Brett. It's still very good Sting and very good Brett, but it's not like peak. Like if you're talking like 92 Sting and 93 Brett, you know.
The pro code clearly dictates there must be no fighting. Now, Knuckles, we asked Mike the following question. A bro would never do what to another bro? I'm gonna have to go with.
Was he going to get the belt? Nope. Oh, the bat. Oh.
Bat.
Oh.
Oh! Right in the back. Bat to the back.
Bro would never eat the last cheese ball without asking. What's your answer?
Oh.
Son, if your bro were a food,
Man.
I don't know, an egg? Oh, I should have pressed it tilapia. But then I changed my answer to egg. Knuckles, we asked Mike what color you are. Oh, that's easy. I'm red.
So, but see, the way that Brett's being booked in this match, I like because it lives up to his name, the Hitman. He takes people out. It works. I just think this match was too long and too drawn out.
Judges, we can accept that.
Yeah, I feel it.
Sonic, if you went out of town, what's the first thing your bro said he would do while you were gone? Oh, I know this one. It's gotta be destroy the village. He's right. I said I destroyed the village. I heard him strong.
Yeah, listen, yeah, he's completely KO'd. This shit's over.
That ends round one.
1, 2,
The lowest score. Audience
3.
Yep, that's it.
Finally.
now. Which one will go home with that snazzy new couch?
Honestly, Brett's one of the best U.S. champions. Like he did have a good run.
Hang on. Did you say that's Eggman Robot? Judges?
Okay, what music is this? This ain't Brett's music.
Fighting with your bro. You gotta kidding me.
Well, I mean, they did have to change it, you know, because
No, this is
When
no.
a rest-
This isn't the. This isn't. This is the pay-per-view feed. This isn't the WWE version.
oh,
So that's what confuses me.
Bro, I got this. Combat will fill
Bret Hart had but Bret Hart still had a different theme song in WCW, right?
Well, he had to, yeah.
Yeah.
Like they made their version of what he had in the Federation.
Sonic, what does Dr. Eggman have in his pockets right now?
I always found that rule weird, but it still it does make sense.
I don't know.
Unless your name is CM Punk or Edge or Adam Copeland, you wouldn't get the same theme song that you had in WWE going to another company.
No, but like you would pay the money for Metalingus and Cult of Person. Now you're going to pay for that, and they're going to be like, I'm not coming out to anything else.
Yep.
Oh shoot! Also forgot we got Impact tonight. Apparently Impact is cooking tonight. We're doing a stretcher job. Yeah, this was Sting's last appearance for the rest of the year. And then he came back, I think it was January or February, back as Crow Sting up in the rafters.
I see.
Bro, you even have to ask. Well, that's a disqualification. Today's winners are Damien Turner and Lady Walrus. about Amy's couch? Amy, no!
Listen to this. Cody Rhodes says he has 3 episodes of What Do You Want to Talk About that will never air because of being too drunk.
Yeah, real shame. Come on, Knuckles, let's get out of here.
He said
Being
the
too
episodes.
drunk.
He said the episodes were with Alexa Bliss, Big E, and someone else he won't name because she'll go ham with it.
Oh my.
And and a response that said, "Me, I'm the other one." Chelsea Green. No, Chelsea is the most entertaining all around woman in all WWE.
Yeah, I feel it. Character work, I like her character work.
She's a better promo than every woman on the roster, and that includes Becky.
You think so?
She pushes. She pushes heavy.
Is she better than Tony?
I said in WWE, no one on planet Earth is better than Tony Storm with a microphone.
Yeah, right.
Nobody.
Yeah, I was just trying to catch you lacking. All right.
No. I was about to say, don't try that with me. I don't go back and watch other women's promos other than Tony Storm's.
Yeah, Tony Storm's an immaculate mic worker. Definitely the best we have.
I would damn near say the best female mic worker of all time because there isn't a whole lot of. There are very few iconic women's promos that you can quote. Like, AJ's talent is not sexually transmitted. I mean, Becky's got a good Rolodex, but like nothing like that I can immediately quote that she said like instantly. I can't quote her stuff like I can a Jake the Snake Roberts or an Austin or a Dusty or Flair or Macho or Hogan. None of them.
Facts.
My favorite Roman Reigns line that he ever said is watching the John Cena match is like missionary position. It's the same thing every single night.
That was wild for the time.
I mean, like, give me some promo lines like you can immediately, without even thinking about that, you can just quote without thinking about.
Scott Steiner promos definitely comes to mind.
Oh, of course,
yeah.
Me picking splinters out of your fat asses.
All night long, because you got some fat asses.
And also, nobody says the word bastard better than a Steiner.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like with The Rock, there's the Billy Gunn promo, or Jericho's debut in the WWF, where The Rock says he's got the KY jelly plan, or the time where he asked Mick Foley, he said that he saw him and The Rock kind of like the Three Musketeers, and then he asked him, and the crowd immediately went crazy. All he said was, "You like swords?" And then the crowd started stirring because they knew what was coming. And he's like, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, The Rock can tell you what you could do with you and the Three Musketeers." Said The Rock can take you, Rocco, Sacco, the Three Musketeers, Jabroni, Baloney, Mahoney, line all you jabronis up, and then The Rock takes just one sword. And shine it up real nice, and then King goes, "It's gonna fit too," and Mick's like, please don't. Like some high school shit, like getting roasted in front of everybody in the cafeteria. Jericho cut it off, but still, it was just, it's so funny. I mean,
a lot of The Rock's promos back in the days I can definitely recite.
Yeah, I mean,
you're not gonna win the tag titles. You want to know why? Number one, you're French, and number two,
you suck.
That's basically it. And the one that he cut on the Dudleys. Says, who are you two Rudy Poos? You should know by now that we are. Doesn't matter.
1999 Rock was on Demon Time.
Yep.
He really was. I've also said that Austin with the hoop earring in his ear is a better promo than '98 Austin
Hmm.
because he's a lot more venomous. He said, "You expect me to sit around here and smile? You remind me of a jackass." Or what he said to the gorilla monsoon. He said, He said, "You call yourself a gorilla, but you call yourself a gorilla, but you remind me of a jackass." But his stuff on Bret Hart, he said, "One day I'm gonna stand over your grave, and it's gonna say, 'Here lies Bret Hart, who got his pink and black ass whipped by Stone Cold Steve.'" His pink and black ass. Like late '96 into summer of '97, Austin was nothing the world was ready for. But he had basically practiced all of that. Really, he had rehearsed got all that started in ECW. Oh dear, we've made it.
There he is.
Oh no, we're about to make Jesus cry.
Making Jesus cry is crazy.
This freaking match, man. It got a -5 star from Meltzer. You're about to see your first -5 star match.
Oh no! Oh no! Now I'm scared.
And it's not the worst -5 star match. I think that's Jenna Maraska and Charmel at TNA Victory Road.
Oh gosh. Oh, another. I think another promo that I can recite is Dolph Ziggler's 2016 promo about how wrestling is all he has.
Oh, when he was feuding with The Miz, dude, that is a great program that doesn't get talked about enough.
Yes, yes.
Because they had that title versus career match for the IC title. And that's the babyface they should have invested in, man. Ah!
Oh, and Eddie Guerrero's promo
on Brock.
before No Way Out 04.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't.
That promo made me tear up.
I always cry. I cry to that and to him winning at No Way Out.
Yeah.
You know, like in wrestling circles, like we look at Eddie like we look at Selena, which yesterday or 2 days ago, unfortunately, was the anniversary of her death.
Oh no.
Just like if there's one thing to know about me that you and the community may not know is like my undying love of Selena Quintanilla. Anything for Salinas. I can't finish that movie anymore because then I just start to like. If you want to get me to ugly cry, put that on. Like, dude, there are like there's a generation of people who don't like who didn't like the woman that played the woman that killed her. It was like that. It's like one of those faces you immediately like when you immediately see somebody's face and you just go bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. Even though my mom did just tell me it's been 30 years, son, let it go. I'm like, no. No. Like, I will never get over Booker T losing to Triple H at Mania. That type of shit.
How can you not get over that?
WWE, we prove racist right.
Mm-hmm.
Man. I know what Triple H was trying to do. I know what they were trying to do because Triple H being a fan of like Harley Race, Ric Flair, old school NWA, they did when Ron Simmons was feuding with Vader over the world title. Harley Race was his manager, and Harley Race would throw money at Ron. Like this big badass dude would throw money at him and tell him, hey, carry our luggage. Basically treating him like Triple H treated Booker. But the payoff was Ron won the damn title. Booker needed to win.
Yep.
That match didn't help the people's perception of Triple H at all.
Not at all.
Yeah, I am so sorry for what you're about to witness.
Almost there. Hey, you hear something?
We got two wrestlers that I don't like, mainly because of the people who play them, the real life people who play them.
Yeah, but again, we're not there. We're not talking about Jim Hellwig and Terry Bollea. I love their match at Mania 6. Fucking love it. Because it was the first match that literally felt like an ultimate clash of gods. And it was the first babyface main event that Vince ever did. And it worked. Like I get a little weepy out of nostalgia for that match. And like having Jesse Ventura on commentary after the match, he said, "I truly believe Hulkamania will live forever, and to a lot of people, it will." It's one of those. If you grew up in the hysteria of Hulkamania, it was wrestling's equivalent of the Beatles in the '60s. It really was. And I admit, I had a Hulk Hogan WWF plush bashing buddy. I had one of him, I had one of Warrior, and I had one of Savage. You know, like shit, dude. Like hearing that I am a real American, like it did something to you. It really did. I got the pleasure of seeing him at a TNA Impact taping or a TNA Impact Live. I was at a live one when the show traveled back in the early 2010s. And they were in Jonesboro, Arkansas, which is where I went to college, Arkansas State. Shout out to Red Wolves. And it was two shows where the first one was the live, the second one was taped for the next week. And seeing him and Sting in the ring together, even though it wasn't with WCW, it was still cool as fuck to have seen those two live. Boy, this match is brutal. We haven't even got to the worst. We have far from the worst part of it. Warrior famously said, "I have to be the only person in the world to say that they had their best match and their worst match with Hulk Hogan. Even though his best match was with Savage at Mania 7, but still."
I see.
Now, speaking of, next question. Matches that make you cry. Because Liz and Macho's reunion at 7 is an ugly cry for me. Because it was for everyone in the audience. Hey, yo! These niggas did it again!
That shot.
The fucking test the strength spot that looks so sus. I should have clipped this and sent it to Mo. Bro, pause.
I don't know why Ultimate Warrior has to be on his knees for that.
And why does he got to shake his head too when he's down there?
Exactly.
Bro. Pause.
Yeah.
But matches that make you cry.
A recent one that definitely comes to mind is the main event of Saturday night's main event of 2025. Yeah, Cena's last match.
Yeah.
That was crazy. The final moments of that watch along was kind of crazy.
Yeah, we don't need to bring that up. We were there.
Well, you were there. I actually didn't know about it until after the stream because I was watching a Lee's reaction or watch along to it.
Who's?
Lee's, the BTBC boys.
BTBC, yeah. Stuff got sideways there. Just leave it at that, and it got squared away and whatnot. But yeah, that match definitely.
I actually rewatched that moment recently. I actually kind of found it funny,
It
just a
didn't.
bit.
It didn't need to get where it got. I just say that.
Yeah,
You know.
let's just leave it at that.
Granted, I'm cool with everybody,
Uh-huh.
but still. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh, other matches. This one wasn't so much a match, but a segment. But when Paul Heyman finally told CM Punk, "You are a WrestleMania main eventer," that got me heavy because everyone there knew what it meant to Phil. Nobody more than Paul.
Hmm.
And Paul Heyman is the kind of guy that, as much as he could piss you off, he can make you cry.
Yes, that
He
is true.
absolutely can. Like when he and Cody had the storytelling moment on Raw, where he talked about as a shoot whenever he brought Dusty in and he gave his dad. He said, "You gave my dad his confidence back, and I can never ever repay you for that." And that was a giving Paul Heyman his flowers moment right there, while weaving it back into the story they were trying to tell. Because all the stuff he was talking about was a shoot. That was a shoot. I remember
Hmm.
watching Dusty in ECW working with Steve Carino and Carino healing on Dusty. I remember what you could find that on YouTube. Um, but matches though. Um, I'll go with some. We can go back just from current to backwards. Obviously, Cody finishing the story.
Yeah, that was a feel
That,
good moment.
that got all of us. It didn't help Samantha Irvin was in tears making the announcement. Actually,
Hmm.
it super helped
It really helped.
because we all felt what she was feeling. And by the
Hmm.
way, to the people that were saying hateful and sending her death threats, fuck you. What's
Yeah,
wrong with you?
yeah. What is wrong with people?
And Samantha Ricochet, we love y'all. I know maybe Ricochet said some wild stuff, but at the end of the day, they're good folks. Be better.
They are.
No, dead ass,
Oh,
be
also,
better.
since we're on WrestleMania matches, Kofi Mania,
Oh,
Kofi and Brian.
of course, of
Yeah.
course. Of course, man. I saw a clip this morning. Somebody had posted from, I guess, Kofi's WWE 24 they did on him. And Xavier Woods post match, when they were backstage, saying, "Hey, you are a first. You are the first." They're talking about Kofi being the first African American WWE champion. And the way he just looked at it, oh, here comes the giant.
Giant.
And he said, "You are." He just looked at him like that. Hell yeah, man! You are the first. And there's a boot to Hogan.
Oh, knocked down Hogan and clothesline out the ring.
Then Stevie
Oh,
Ray. Here comes your
nuisance.
NWO shenanigans. Ah, Vincent. R.I.P. Virgil. Soul Train Jones. Um, but yeah, that match. I had to leave the living room and just like
Yeah,
go cry in a separate area
yeah.
because
See,
like
I remember you telling me this the story. You had to leave the living room and go cry.
yeah, and then one of the guys I didn't know for until way later took a photo of me having that moment to myself. Like that meant everything. Honestly, Big E went in the cashing in Money in the Bank. That got me. You know, not a match, but Becky Lynch announcing to the world she was pregnant.
Hmm.
And honestly, during the pandemic, we all needed something to feel good about.
True, true.
And the fact that the only people that knew were her, Seth, and Vince. I remember Devon Dudley because he was a producer at the time. He said, "I don't want to give a name away, but there's a really tough woman in the back that was crying harder than everybody else, Shayna."
Shayna Baszler.
Yeah, but like Asuka being told and finding out live in that moment that the finish of the match was changed
Ooh,
and she was the champion, and it was just the way that she just running around the ring yelling Becky, Becky. Like that was so genuine. Sasha and Bianca, that match gets me.
mm-hmm.
I mean, especially Michael Cole saying two black women main eventing a WrestleMania, and then you see those two like Bianca crying was what really hit hard. Like those two knew what this meant. But like older matches that make me tear up. Ron Simmons winning the world title because I'll never forget. There's this little boy running down to the railing in the front row, and when the ref slaps 3, this little boy jumping up and down and just leaping out of his skin. And Ron talked about that on the Stone Cold podcast, and they were looking back on that match, and he points out that little boy, and he says, "That right there, that's the magic right there." He said, reactions like that, that's what we're wanting to get. But the further context about that match, where he explains what it meant to be a black man walking into CNN Center in Atlanta, a city with its history of racism and segregation, but a black man walking into that building as the world heavyweight champion, and all the employees stopped what they were doing and gave him a standing ovation. And he said that he saw black employees in tears. Trying to think of some others that Hogan getting an 8-minute standing ovation on Raw the night after his match with The Rock, because it kept getting louder and louder and louder.
Mm-hmm.
That right there. Triple H coming back from his torn quad in 2002, because he said he got to the back and he just hysterically bawled because he was worried nobody would care. Yeah, he was worried nobody would care. Daniel Bryan at 30.
Yep, Daniel Bryan at 30. Oh, speaking of 30,
straight. Oh dear,
this didn't make me cry, but
hold on a second. We've made it. Oh dear.
Oh no.
Warning: parental discretion is advised.
Oh.
He burnt his own eyebrows. He tried to light the flash paper for the fireball to throw at Warrior. It wouldn't light, but when it finally lit, it burned his eyebrows.
He couldn't get the fire.
It literally blew up in Hogan's face.
Yeah.
So Ludi. But what you said about what you were going to say about 30?
Oh, this didn't make me cry, but this did devastate a lot of people. Brock Lesnar and Undertaker.
Yeah.
To this day, I still don't agree with the call.
Nobody does.
Undertaker's broken should have never been broken.
Brock recently did an interview on Spittin' Chicklets, which is a very known hockey podcast, and he talked about that. Like, he finally talked about it and said, he said that there's a low blow. He basically said that, like, he understood it's business, but you could tell in his voice he didn't agree with the decision. He said, "This man was my mentor, and I have all the utmost respect for him." But you could tell in his voice he didn't want to see Taker lose, but it wasn't his call; it was Vince's call. Oh boy, it's Horace Hogan.
Horace Hogan.
Yeah, that's his real life nephew.
I see.
That's right. Stand there like fools. Because that's what fools do. They stand. You're standing. Quiet, fool.
Also, like, certain match promos can get me real emotional. Like SummerSlam 02, Shawn and Triple H, Mania 19, Vince and Hogan. And then fucking Hogan is going to get the win. Awful.
Man, that was some bullshit.
Awful. Just awful. I believe it was voted worst match of 1998.
Understandable. He just chucked the referee out there. What a dick.
Oh, Lakers getting belt to ass. Oh, word.
information that technology can't be trusted. So
Bye, 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 bye. I love you, brother.
Everyone's right. Machines can't be trusted.
All right, hold on. I want to see what the score is here.
Including us? You know,
Damn!
what's
Ooh.
Lakers losing by 31 at halftime.
Oh wow.
It is 82-51 at halftime. Golly.
Oh no, they're not gonna set him on fire, are they?
Lighter fluid.
Oh piss.
Nope. And there's a head of WCW security, Doug Dillinger.
Ah, yes, a phone.
He was as big of a staple of WCW, and then he was the head of their security during Jim Crockett promotion. So he was a former Baltimore police officer, and Baltimore was one of Jim Crockett's big cities in the territory days.
I'll take it. You see, I'm sworn off technology.
I see.
They were gonna light that man on fire.
We don't get much call for that when the sun-
W.O.
Oh.
You can't go wrong with a rolling pin or a frying pan. They're classics. I'll take the heat. Will I have them delivered to your lair? No. I've abandoned my lair. Technology.
Man.
That was the drizzling shits.
Society to report that Dr. Eggman has deserted his lair. Should we take
Oh, we got a betrayal here. In a TNA, AJ Francis took out Nick Nemeth. So
Of
let's
course.
see. He said, and shout out to AJ Francis. That dude is one of the most improved wrestlers in the last few years, and just improved overall talents.
That is true. Hope AJ Francis is able to win the world title soon.
Honestly, at some point, I'd like to see him take it off of Santana.
Mhm.
All right, now our palates get cleansed.
Main event time.
Yes, thank God. And you'll get to see it all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. Battle or a craft fair?
I wonder how much they paid him to do this show. Because Michael Buffer's asking price was not cheap.
Michael Buffett.
It's my turn.
What the world is going on with that thing?
I got this.
Are you?
You think someone would have invented an easier way to do this by now? Turn it up. I can't hear anything. This looks like an audio control.
My dog DD motherfucking P.
I'll find out what's going on.
Underrated talent.
I had to get this version, get the live version, because I can't stand watching this match, hearing this dubbed. Drives me nuts.
Who's in?
Mhm.
Are you okay?
Never better. I can't imagine anywhere I'd rather spend my vacation than crushed underneath a giant boulder.
E-bots? Oh, come on.
Hey,
Sorry.
Low-key, I wish WWE would have at least gotten Michael Buffer at least once.
which works out well because they haven't had it
True.
in a while.
But again, his asking price is probably astronomically ridiculous. Honestly, you imagine Bruce Buffer doing wrestling introductions? That shit would be awesome.
Oh, that's it.
That's another thing, like in the 2K games, not hearing all these like badass WCW theme songs drives me nuts. The guy who produced the WCW's music also did TNA's music. His name's Dale Oliver, and he won't sell his music rights to WWE. Absolutely refuses.
Dale Oliver.
All right, I gotta say this is like a top 5 Goldberg entrance.
Okay.
Hello, I said yeah. Wake up.
Also, Big Gold Belt looks badass on Goldberg.
Yes, it does.
Like that's a belt meant for like muscle guys. Looked awesome on him, Triple H, Hogan, Batista. Yes. Okay, Edge isn't a body guy, but it looked great on him.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
Oh, and Randy Orton looked great on Orton.
Taker.
Yeah, that was the only one he'd actually wear around his waist. Because there's like an unwritten rule with like big heavyweights in WWEF that they would always like put the strap over their shoulders. Oh, also it looked great on Sid.
Sid too. Yep.
The Winged Eagle looked great. The Winged Eagle looked awesome on him too. Finally getting into the Hall of Fame. Should have been in. Just like Bam Bam Bigelow. Still waiting on his.
It also looked good on Booker T.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially high top fade Booker T in WCW. He was like a black superhero to me on TV as a kid. Like, and I hope if he ever sees this that he understands that he knows that. God, that's so sick.
Before you go, can I just do some butter? Yeah, sorry,
And people want to talk about Cody's pyro budget. Again, like during the whole streak of Goldberg, it was one of those situations of it truly helps to have been there and lived in the moment. It's hard to it may be hard to appreciate certain things if you're just looking at it with the current eyes you have, as opposed to having it been there.
Yeah.
He came to my hometown and signed autographs. Like that man shut down Poplar Bluff, Missouri, just for doing an autograph signing at J.C. Penney. Telling you, dude.
Yeah. I don't really like Goldberg today, but looking back at it, he was a beast in WCW.
Yeah.
I love WCW Goldberg. I also loved him during the 2000s WWE. But one thing I didn't like about him was the fact that he won at SummerSlam when he should have won it at the Elimination Chamber match.
Oh yeah. That was apparently he didn't want to work an overseas tour, so they didn't let him win the title when he should have, which killed. It took the piss out of his entire run. They knew they only had him for 1 year. You have to maximize everything with him. This is the only match during the streak that if he lost, everyone would have been cool with because it's DDP, especially in 1998.
Yeah, DDP was a very popular babyface.
That man came off of the feud of the year with Savage in '97, and then had an awesome feud with Raven in '98. Then he started working with Hogan.
I can see you know. Robots are so stupid. That's my problem. I can't think.
Okay.
Well, you gotta find someone that can think like a robot.
Side note, but I smell some spam in the kitchen, so dinner's gonna be soon.
Yeah, handle that.
Yeah. Goldberg just did a black flip, somewhat.
He did a backflip in his very first match on TV against Hugh Morris.
Yeah.
One thing to remember about Bill Goldberg is that he was a former All-SEC defensive lineman at the University of Georgia. And if it wasn't for injuries, he would have continued playing in the NFL. He played for the Atlanta Falcons, which is why the Georgia Dome was the perfect setting for him to win the world title. Dude, the day after going back to school, or no, we weren't in school yet. It was a month away. It's July. But I can only, goes to the Diamond Cutter. I can only imagine what the playground talk would have been the day after he won the world title on a Tuesday. I can only imagine. 40,000 in the Georgia Dome. He beats Hogan. It was magic. Now people like to say, "Oh, well, WCW gave that match away for free." No, if that match was on pay-per-view, that match would have drew on less money than it did on that Nitro. You know how much they drew at the gate that night? $7 million.
I'll be damned.
A $7 million gate for TV. Pay-per-view, they would have lost money. Mm-hmm. And besides, I believe the next pay-per-view would have been the Great American, or no, it would have been Bash of the Beach in July, and they had already booked Hogan tagging with Rodman. So they had to do it then.
For sure.
No, you imbeciles. He's the finished version. Whoa. Can you help us, Spot? Let me see. Your condition is worse than I thought. Maybe Dr. Eggman will know what to do. Eggman, he'll toss us into the middle pressure and scrap.
DDP was the right dance partner for Goldberg because Dallas was known for detailing his matches bullet point by bullet point.
Mm-hmm.
Similar to Savage. So, he was able to walk Bill through, spots. Because nobody else was able. The only other really good match that he had post beating Hogan was he defended the title on Nitro against Sting, and it had an interference finish by Hollywood. But that match was amazing, and Goldberg became the first man to break out of the Scorpion Deathlock. He powered out of it heavily.
Believe it.
It was another match that the crowd was ultra hyped for. But his world title reign wasn't that memorable. It was him winning and then him losing, and this match, for the most part.
She's better than ever. I think these may be yours. We found them in the woods.
My babies. Don't worry. I kept them home exactly the way you left.
You guys don't have to steal stuff. If you need any more repairs, just ask. We'll be happy to help. And by we, I mean Tails.
When we get home,
imagine how all the people who ordered this show felt when the pay-per-view feed cut out.
I believe it's time for us to
Yeah.
Man. I believe WCW eventually fully refunded every home that bought the show and didn't get to see the finish. Not only did they get refunded, WCW chose to air the match in full on the following Nitro.
Oh, no, they had to. Had to air their world title match for free on Nitro.
An incoming Eggman attack. Better get the game together.
Oh, here come Rana.
Yeah, nothing you'd expect from Dallas.
Oh, super kick.
And go. Oh,
Oh,
and there's that's not where he concussed himself, but got his shoulder.
damn.
Yeah. Woo. Oh man.
Today's the last game, Jungle Fighter 3, Revenge of the Jungle
Oof.
Fighter. Jungle Fighter can wait. It is important to battle Eggman. Great, see, let's go. So, where we go? Oh, I'm at the nothing.
Yeah, that's a good way to stop a runaway train.
For real.
Let it stop itself.
Just a guy. Just a guy? No, I didn't. What I meant to say was, he's not, you know.
You know, and another reason I just thought about, the spears stood out so much at that time because nobody else was doing it, and then everybody started doing it.
Yeah.
So once multiple people start doing somebody's move, it devalues the meaning of it. You know, he does the spear, then Rhino does the gore, then Edge starts doing the spear, and then
Batista.
yeah, and
Roman
he had
Reigns.
one, and Roman Reigns and Bobby and all these guys that started doing it. So then it gets down to, well, who did it the best? If it's not Goldberg, it's Rhino.
Yeah. I think it's better. I think he's better than Rhino has a better spear than Goldberg.
Also, I loved when Heyman would call it and he'd yell, "Gore, gore, gore." Uh-oh. Oh, bam! And that's where he spiked himself. Right there. Right there.
Just a guy, as if the snake was so much better than the rest of us. We begged him to stop, but he just kept berating the poor fella. That's so good. He's lost touch with the common man. Can you believe that guy? I mean, the nerve of some people.
Yeah, I mean, he speared the dog shit out of DDP, and Dow's not a small guy.
Mm-hmm.
All he did was call him a guy. Is that guy not?
He's got one good arm. Watch this. You're going to love this.
Uh-oh.
Not
Oh, Tyler Cutter.
I still don't get why we have to do all this stupid training just because of Sonic's big dumb mouth.
Insensitive remark. This training's not stupid. Now, how are everyone's sensitivity cuts coming along? When you find yourself frustrated, instead of lashing out at someone else, close your eyes. Take a deep breath and go to your happy place. Let's practice that right now.
And that's another one. He was not supposed to kick out then. He was supposed to kick out at 2 and 99 100s. Remember when he brained himself on that spear? Dallas got hot at him. He said backstage, and he goes, "Dude, I completely forgot. I knocked myself out." And
Now I realize that even though on the outside I was hitting my sidekick with a
Jackhammer.
on the inside I was hitting myself with a mallet of my own insecurities.
best match he had in WCW, arguably. But one thing I just realized, while they were both down on the diamond cutter, the referee got to a standing count of 8. That creates more tension. Holy shit! What if this ends in a double count out? Because they can't answer the count of 10. And then he gets over. Yeah, Bill was supposed to kick out at 2, and 1, 2, and right here. It's supposed to be about this close. But he forgot, he knocked himself loopy.
How about that? No, you see, so now let's go down. Please.
Giving his respects.
And then sportsmanship.
Nice.
Yeah, I love this match. It's a shame, number one, that not everybody saw it live, and then it had to follow that bullshit.
Yep.
Then Dallas leaves knowing he gave it everything he had, but Goldberg was still demand for 2 more months, and until he ran into a cattle prod at Starrcade. So, man, that was your first time seeing WCW Halloween Havoc '98. What do you think?
It was a pretty solid show. I enjoyed the show. Any negatives on the show? Probably the Rick and Buff versus Giant and Scott.
Was it just because of the unnecessary Buff heel turn that we all saw coming?
Yeah, definitely that. And him coming out as Bill Clinton, like, what was the point?
It's topical. Remember when you could make fun of the president?
Oh yeah.
Good times. Shit, I wish I was president just for the reason, bruh, I'm not going. You can make fun of me. I'm gonna flame you back.
I remember WWE did that with George Bush as well.
Yeah,
George Bush in the WWE Prime Time segment.
And George W. Say what you will about him, dude had a sense of humor, self-depreciating humor. You gotta laugh at yourself. But boy, what did you think of that Hogan Warrior?
Terrible. Definitely terrible.
I mean, dude tried to throw a fireball and it literally blew up in his face.
Yeah, it burned his eyebrows.
And the sole purpose of that match, they brought Warrior in so Hogan could get his win back. Apparently, I had heard over the years that WCW, or he was wanting to bring in Yoko so he could get his win back from him. I don't know how true that is, but that's something I've heard for years. That match was ass, and there was nobody begging for Ultimate Warrior in 1998 at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know what else you could have really done with Hogan, because guess what happened the next month? The man disappeared from TV to say he was running for president of the United States in the year 2000. He was going to retire from wrestling. He actually appeared on The Tonight Show to promote him running for president.
Really? Oh, wow.
Oh, dude, we were doing anything and everything in the late 90s and having too much fun doing it and not worried about, oh, what's this person going to think or what's this sponsor going to think? Damn all that.
Yeah.
Damn all that. Again, through all the ups and downs, like any time in wrestling, you're going to have your ups and your downs. And my laundry basket, he's popping back in there. Salute. But through all the ups and downs, it was so fun to be in the moment. You had to be right there, right then. You could not miss a second, especially me us as a kid or as kids, because in our house, channel 30 was USA, channel 31 was TNT. You were flipping back and forth all the time, and you didn't want to miss. You didn't want to miss shit because Nitro was 3 hours at the time. Raw was 2, so Nitro had the first hour jump and all that. So you know you just didn't. You don't want to miss what Stone Cold was going to do. You don't want to miss what who's next for Goldberg and this and that and blah blah blah. That show it's kind of like last week where we watched the 03 Rumble, it's 2 weeks ago we watched the 03 Rumble. It has simultaneously one of the worst matches and one of the best.
Mm-hmm. True.
Even though I would gladly put Benoit and Angle over DDP and Goldberg.
Oh, for sure.
So, that was awesome.
That was a fun show.
Yeah,
that was a really fun show.
I love the way it started. I mean, listen, low key unsung hero of the night. I can't believe I'm going to say this. Disco Inferno.
Yeah, both matches delivered. I really loved it.
And honestly, even in spite of all the shenanigans, fucking Rick Steiner was great on that night.
Mm-hmm.
he had the crowd. He was over, and the crowd got the payoff that they wanted.
True, true.
So you said the plan, no watch along next week because we're gonna be doing Mania coming up.
Next week we will be back up, and then but the next Thursdays after that we won't be on here because
Okay.
Dynasty and Mania will be streaming on the weekends.
Yeah, 2 weeks from now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Uh, but yeah, I just had a question before we sign off. Oh yeah. Now looking at it, who do you think would make a great president? Which wrestler would make a great president?
oh, I got current one.
Any wrestler from any era.
Hmm. Well, considering that he was formerly the governor of Minnesota, Jesse Ventura.
Jesse Ventura. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You think
And
The Rock would
also,
make a?
he looked great in a suit. I don't know about actually, doing the job. But also, there's so much that comes with being president of this country. You have to have people underneath you that are willing to work with you, and you not gaslight them and basically threaten their existence and their job if they don't like you.
Mhm.
You ain't gotta like me. I don't work for you. I work for the people. So with that said, yeah, the people's champ, The Rock. Yeah. I
I
used to
mean,
have this. I used to have this dream, right? Of that, I always dreamed as a kid that I want a Stone Cold Steve Austin to be president, and like I
mhm.
always envisioned a wrestling cat, like the government run by wrestlers, like I don't like the Secretary of Education was like fucking I don't know like Jericho or something. You know why? Because I saw him go to the Library of Congress. That's why. Some shit
Library of
like that.
Congress.
And honestly, Chris Jericho is the reason I know what the word lugubrious, sanctimonious, troglodyte, and sycophant are. So that man had a hand in my vocabulary. I used to also have this other dream as a kid that Mr. McMahon was president. It which is funny because he doesn't like politics. Um, Meanwhile, his wife, or well, I don't even know if him and Linda are still technically married, but whatever. Um, she's whatever doing whatever, a whole lot of nothing, but still. Um, or no. Vince was the head of the Supreme Court because remember he put Eric Bischoff on trial.
Yep.
Uh, and you'd have like all these different guys and gals and different departments or whatever, like President Stone Cold, Vice President Sable or some shit, or First Lady Sable. But in this case, it would have been Deborah. Uh,
Deborah.
but if I'm going across like like let's take all the people in the Monday Night War. My president, no bullshit, is DDP and First Lady Kimberly because
Mm.
he truly was a man of the people.
Yeah.
Your head of foreign affairs is Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, I mean, especially like WCW Eddie Guerrero, um, uh, Secretary of Defense Taz.
Mm.
Just send him in and dump everyone on their heads. Problem solved, brother. Type shit. But like out of everybody, yeah, I would say like a Jesse Ventura or The Rock. Um, Honestly,
Maybe
John Cena. He
John
looks
Cena.
very
Yeah.
he looks very presidential in the traditional sense, not what we got going on.
For real. For real. He also served in the Marines. So
He did
he
not.
has. Nah, I'm kidding.
Nah, technically, Randy Orton did, but he was court-martialed, so he could never be anyway.
Yeah. True. True. How about Ric Flair?
Oh no.
No.
Oh nah.
I remember he
I,
said that once. I'm Ric Flair,
I'm the
President of
president
the
of the
United
United
States.
States. Out of WCW. That was with him and Piper running WCW, and he called him RPVP. Uh, Honestly, Mick Foley, and he'd be the most benevolent, sweetest man to be president since Obama.
Mhm.
And imagine Vice President Mr. Sacco
Oh man.
Oh man. Jeez, that just got me thinking about him and the Edge and Christian shenanigans. Every time Edge and Christian would try to get out of defending tag titles and stuff. Or there was this one time where they were
Yeah,
talking
like
about how they got food poisoning from their nuts.
last week.
No, that was them at Fully Loaded. This was like I think it was on Raw, and Lillian was interviewing them backstage, and she said, and Edge goes, I think it was our nuts that got us sick. And he's like, dude, Edge was totally in the front row, totally blowing chunks. And I looked down at his nuts. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So they would always make up some bullshit like, food poisoning or our nuts are too swollen to wrestle or some shit like that. Dude, speaking of, before I go, no, their 5-second poses were always so funny, right? They had this one where they were in Atlanta and they were antagonizing. I think they were wearing a Yankees jersey. To get heat. Yeah, it was a Yankees jersey. And he goes, so for the benefit of those with flash photography, we call this pose the Bitch Lanta Braves. The Bitch Lanta Braves. Then they did another one in Oakland where the Raiders were supposed to play the Ravens for the AFC title to go to the Super Bowl. And I think, Christian put on a Raiders jersey with some Oakland Raiders players in the front row, and Edge has on a Ravens jersey, and he does this like triumphant pose, and Christian tries to run into him, and he falls over, and they called that pose On Any Given Sunday. And the Ravens wound up winning anyway.
Oh, bye.
And they wound up winning the Super Bowl. But that just made me think like them and Foley doing shenanigans and shit about all their 5-second poses and stuff. And when they beat up Joe C from Kid Rock, the little guy, but he cost them the tag titles on a Raw in Vancouver to Too Cool. And he hit, I think it was Christian in the balls with a hockey stick. So they they beat his ass and put him in and they put him in a trash can and beat up the trash can.
Oh my!
Like they were the douchebags that were heels, but they were so funny. But,
They were.
Brother, it is 10:00 my way. I gotta hop off. I'm gonna go hang out with the kiddo. So I super appreciate you having me on as always. We'll be back on next week and do it again.
Yep. Next week, pull up because next week we're gonna need some viewers to watch this to have a fun time. Next week we're watching SummerSlam 1995.
I can't believe you put me through this. That's worse than the show we just watched. Way worse.
Yeah. No, the week after, the weeks after we watch Mania and Dynasty, we'll come back and watch something good.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe.
Come on, man.
Maybe Mania 24. Mania 24.
I'm super cool with Mania 24. I'm super good with that. I could use a good cry from watching Flair's retirement.
Either 24 or 23. But I'm gonna have to ask the community.
Definitely, yeah. Put it out there, man.
Yep. All right. Well, that was Halloween Havoc 98. Hope y'all have a blessed day. Okay, Rob, as always, thank you for joining me.
Yes, sir.
And we will see y'all next week. Church.